Hey folks, today is Sunday, February 23rd, 2025. The time is about 2:28 p.m. and the temperature is minus 2 degrees Celsius, and that was Wellesley Station I was just in. And this here is Wellesley Street. And that's a look to the east towards the Church Wellesley Village. And believe it or not, this is one of the warmer days we've had recently. And I need to make my way up to the Victory Cafe up in the Annex to meet a couple of friends for a late lunch and a few beers. So we're going to start at Wellesley Station, well, obviously, and kind of go northwest up into the Annex neighborhood.
Why did you get out of breath? Girl, it's so many, like...
The color was so...
There's someone wearing a t-shirt. That's 2 t-shirts. And the sidewalk situation has finally been getting better. And on my street today, there were crews out loading up trucks full of snow and shipping it off. Still less than ideal circumstances.
It drives.
But this is north up Yonge Street. I'll get off Yonge Street in a few blocks. It's actually rather pleasant to go for a walk today. I probably should have done more than just the one video. Oh well. We'll cross here at Gloucester Street.
When's the last time you bought one?
It's an interesting conversation. This is Irwin Avenue. I'm supposed to be there at 3, but they just texted me and said they're running about 10 or 15 minutes late. Guess these delivery drivers are happy. The road conditions are much better. But I'll make a left at St. Mary here, and we can take St. Nicholas up to Charles Street.
We decide by 4:30 to find these at like Next time.
It's relatively quiet out today. And there's a look south down Yonge Street. As mentioned, as the world's most impractical and lamest vehicle turns onto Yonge, we're gonna take St. Mary here over to St. Nicholas and then up to Charles. All right, to keep going straight, this will lead us into the University of Toronto St. George campus, right into Victoria College. Things are pretty good here too. The on-street parking situation is still a bit rough. So providing we don't get hit by any big snowfalls, I think getting around the city should be fairly manageable moving forward. Here's one of my favorite restaurants. I haven't been there in a while. The last few times I've tried to come here, there was quite the lineup. Get some delicious Japanese okonomiyaki. Sorry, we're closed. Get a beef or chicken okonomiyaki for $14.50 or $12.99. A Sapporo can $6.70. And believe it or not, their prices have gone up quite a bit. That's always been that rare combination of delicious and excellent value at that place. There's the Manulife Center, formerly the tallest residential building in the city. And this is Bay Street. debating. I kind of wanted to keep going for a block on Charles, but rather than stand there and wait at the lights like a dummy, we'll just go up north to Bay Street, or rather Bay and Bloor, and we'll hang a left. Victory Cafe is on Bloor Street. They used to be located in Mirvish Village. They got kicked out when that area was redeveloped. And it re-emerged as kind of more of a pizza-focused restaurant. It's always funny seeing bikes that have been completely buried in these snowbanks. Welcome to Yorkville. And this is one of the most recorded routes I've done on the channel. This area is known for having a lot of high-end retailers. And despite the decent condition of the sidewalks and the streets, the bike lanes continue to be an absolute afterthought. There's Hermes, Van Cleef and Arpels, a Burberry, and a building that used to house a pottery barn. I'm not sure if it's still the case, but this at least was the most expensive retail per square foot in the entire country. It's a lot of low volume, super high margin retailers. That's the name of the game with luxury retail. You pay an astronomical markup for a perceived better experience shopping. but not always better quality in terms of products. I'm not really a fan of any of the stuff they sell along here.
Yeah. So it's like the first thing.
But to each their own, I won't judge you if you are. There's Tiffany and Louis Vuitton.
No, but you're gonna overpay for something
Like I was just telling the person he was with, you're gonna overpay for something here. No shit, Sherlock. That used to be a Club Monaco on the left. This is Avenue Road on the right. And Queen's Park to the south, the Provincial Legislative Assembly just south of here. That's the Royal Ontario Museum, aka the ROM. Maybe we'll just stick to Bloor Street for most of the way.
About 45 minutes. Like, she's pretty filled up with her family, and I'm.
And Crystal getting a bit of a overhaul.
Did you start young?
And so digital. Home or fly to another city.
And this might be a nice stroll through Philosopher's Walk, and that'll lead you into the St. George campus.
Early.
There's Bedford Road. You can access St. George Station. Just north of there, about half a block or so. Varsity Stadium on the left. Sounds like there's something going on in that dome.
I'm sure there's going to be.
Bike lanes here are still atrocious. I'm sure there's going to be people saying, hey, no one's using them. Well, why do you think that is? Good job, City of Toronto. You've only had, what, over a week now? I think it was the previous government under John Tory that signed the current snow removal contracts with, I think it's 2 different companies that are woefully ill-equipped to handle things. When the city did it in-house, things got cleared much quicker, and they could always private contract out the rest if they needed extra help. I think under the current arrangement, the companies they have exclusive arrangements or deals with the city. Generally, when you privatize things, everybody gets kind of fucked except for those making the money. The people end up getting worse service, but paying just as much, if not more, for it. Everyone crapped all over the TTC for their less than stellar performance building the York University subway extension. Yet we've seen the public-private consortium Metrolinx do an infinitely worse job with the crosstown. The same goes whenever you privatize healthcare as well. You get worse outcomes and greater expenses.
That is good. But I kind of want to go to shoe store.
As we walk past the Bata Shoe Museum.
Not too worried.
Oh, come on!
Free on your birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Can't walk by this place without giving it a shout out. Gayubi, that's an awesome all-you-can-eat Japanese grill.
It came out pretty cool.
I think that church is undergoing a loft conversion. We've made it to Huron Street.
She's in the part of her life where people die for no reason with no good.
And Spadina Avenue coming up. Then we'll be going through the heart of the Annex. Not too far from the Victory Cafe. Someone delivering food opting not to take the bike lanes. That's UTS on the left. I think that's actually a high school. Mostly funded by the University of Toronto. There's some fine grain retail we're about to lose. Most of the places have closed down. The vegan restaurant is gone. Second Cup is gone. Pizza is gone. The JJ Elite Spa going strong. Not sure what the redevelopment plans are actually for there. There's the Spadina bus, which should have been the Spadina streetcar since December, but oops. They grossly underestimated how long it would take to do the necessary repairs on the Spadina streetcar line. When people ask me for my favorite neighborhood in the city, this is usually in the top 3. There's an excellent choice of places to eat. And because it caters to a bit of a younger university crowd, it's not super expensive for the most part.
Fazer o enjoo. This is Robert Street. Once you get south of Block, it looks like the sidewalk. It's a little rough.
Это не то латте? You know it.
What are you at?
And carrying all of my world's belongings.
A somewhat semi-usable bike lane. Not sure why it's not like that the whole way. There's a new Mexican restaurant I've been meaning to try.
The studio too. Like,
Big Sushi. That place hasn't been open for probably 6 or 7 years, and apparently New Generation, or is it Next Generation or New Generation Sushi recently closed.
It forces me because I have to do.
Sushi on Bloor remains a mainstay of the neighborhood. Speaking of mainstays, there once was one there called the Brunswick House. Much loved at Brunswick House, which closed and became a Rexall pharmacy. Now it's a Value Village. It is 2:59. And the Victory Cafe is coming up. That's all furniture. If you don't mind a loud, noisy environment, they've got some really good deals on food and drinks. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. I'm gonna head in there and grab a table. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink.